Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. Here I've got a 2006 Porsche 911 997 Gen 1 Carrera 4S, finished in Basalt black metallic. It's got that wide body, 4.4 centimetre wider rear end, and as I've said on previous videos, you can tell because it has an extra lip around the rear light there, which signifies it's got a wider rear bumper, and also those arches are wider as well. Still within the confines of those wing mirrors, so basically if you can fit through somewhere on the road where the wing mirror isn't going to catch, then the rear arches won't catch either. So that's a useful tip when you're driving one of these wider cars, that you don't have to worry about the rear end as long as your wing mirrors can fit through a gap. Now this is I think it's a January 2006 car. In March 2006 they changed the annual road tax rules for these cars, so they jumped up to, well, it's now the high band rate of I think 565. This car is, because it's January, it's over 200, it's £250 cheaper. I think it's 310 a year to tax compared to one that was made or registered 2 or 3 months afterwards. So it's basically the last of the cars that qualify for that cheap road tax. So to get a 997 shape on the £300 with the 3.8 engine is quite something. Now it's got some really nice features on the outside. The previous owner has fitted the Zun Sport grills, which protect the front radiators from leaves and other debris, and also reduce the chances of getting a stone fly through there. He has also really gone to town with the paintwork. I think he's machine polished it because it's absolutely phenomenal condition wise, and then he's sprayed it with a substance called Geon. So he's put a sticker here. I don't know if that helps. And basically it just means, a bit like a ceramic coating, it's supposed to last about 6 months. It basically means that dirt just doesn't really stick to the paintwork. It's very, very easy to clean when you wash it. Just makes the paintwork super, super slick, which is great. He's also had the wheels refurbished before he part exchanged it with me, so they are as new. The lobster claws, which are a very iconic design for the 997 Gen 1s. They're 19 inches and they've got decent tread on the tyres as well. They're matching Bridgestone Pretenders. Basalt black really suits this car. I mean, there's nothing more iconic, I think, than a black 911, regardless of the age of the car. But yeah, everything's in great condition. I'll just show you all the other bits. I mean, even in here it's lovely and clean. I normally clean these bits anyway, but this one was already clean. And then you can see the headlights haven't gone yellow or anything. They've been well kept. They haven't got any chips in them or anything like that. Now, I don't normally stock 997 Gen 1s anymore, or even 996s of the Carrera models. Turbos I would, but the earlier cars, the 997 Gen 1, 996s, suffer from a few issues. One is the IMS bearing failures, so the bearings literally sort of disintegrate and destroy the internals of the engine, requiring a full rebuild. Or what I actually think is actually worse is bore scoring. So bore scoring can be a real issue because basically the pistons are rubbing ever so slightly against the edges of the cylinder walls, and they just need a full rebuild when that occurs. So this car has had a full Hartech rebuild. So basically around 7,000 miles ago, it was showing the first signs of the bore scoring. So it had blue smoke on startup, and so someone put a camera in there, found that it needed a rebuild because basically it had score lines in some of the pistons. This car's had all 6 replaced, so that's the full rebuild. It cost in the region of £12,000, so a big expense. But these are the only ones that I would consider taking into stock now, the ones that have been rebuilt with the Hartech kit, which is nickel seal lined cylinders, new pistons, and lots of other new components as well, because when you take the engine out, you might as well start doing things like the starter motor, water pump, pipe work that sits above the engine. You tend to do everything. So here's the interior. Now, rather than being just your standard black leather, it's actually finished in a lovely optional colour called stone grey, which is quite a stylish grey interior. Different, it's a nice contrast to the black paintwork. It's obviously spec'd with the Tiptronic S gearbox, which is a 5-speed automatic which can be run in manual mode, and it's got buttons there on the steering wheel to change gear at your request, both in auto and full manual mode. It was spec'd with all the PCM options, so it has the telephone module, it has the sat nav module. So there, I'll just fire it up. Put map on. So yeah, the map and everything works. It's got the telephone as well, so you can put a SIM card in it. And the interior is absolutely spotless. And there's no rips, there's no tears. Even the backs of the seats aren't scuffed and scratched like many are. And also these bits here, all round here. Now these cars are very practical in that you can fold this down, and then you can fold both sides down, and you've got quite a large luggage area there, as well as in the front boot, which I'll show you. You've got all the storage cupboards as well. Cigarette lighter hasn't been used. Air conditioning and everything works. This car's just been serviced by Porsche Care, major service. And you have cubby holes in here as well on both sides. So yeah, really, really lovely interior as well. In total, this car has covered 75,009 miles. It might go up ever so slightly as I take it to the premises, but it's a good mileage. It's not the 100,000 miles, but it's not too low either. So it's a car you can use without feeling guilty. I'll just show you the boot. So that's all my stuff at the bottom there. So it's all as it should be. All the tools are down there. Battery behind that battery section. Just a really, really lovely car. It'll be great value for money. Great ways to get into Porsche ownership. Other options wise, it has the heated seat option. So it's got heated seat buttons just here. They're the extra buttons there. As I said, it has all the sat nav bits and phone module. It also has, which is very handy on a car you're going to use all year round if you want to, is the rear wiper. So that was optional as well. So yeah, so as I said, this is a 2006 Carrera 4S. So the wide body, 75,000 miles, just had a major service with a Porsche specialist, full service history from new and 4 previous owners. If you would like, and it's had the full Hartech rebuild as well not that long ago. So if you'd like to find out more about this car, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thanks for watching.